when we turn on the TV, we don't hear much about black women and their achievements. Sure. If you're watching CNN or Al Jazeera, it's something else. How do we change the narrative? How do you let these young children know that we can become something, you know, despite all the negativity out there?
I think access to information is absolutely essential. You know, my mother had books in our hands at an extremely young age, and so I could read. You know, Carter G. Woodson once said, if you control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his actions, right? And so we can't let society embed in us negative thoughts about ourselves. And so I don't know, somehow I just knew when I was reading books in school and it was white people all the time, right? Like they set history. I would go through the encyclopedia trying to find the black people, like, you know, Baldwin as an author. You know, I went through no one told me about him. You know, I had to find him. And so I think that there's something innate in us that rejects the notion that we're not the precious beings that, you know, God's children, right? Something tells us that. And so you really have to beat a child down hard for them not to initially understand their own value. You know, so I think getting books in the hands of children early, getting them access to information, obviously trying to create as positive an environment as possible, but we're resilient. You know, we're resilient people, and so I think that, you know, I'm very hopeful that young girls, and I know that young girls today, no matter the circumstances, you know, if they just dream, you know, and believe in those dreams and put their faith in God, you know, that He's a helping hand always, then they can get out of any circumstance. I fully believe that.
Great, great. That's good to know.